Hello everybody and welcome back to Workers and Resources. I just want to address a comment from a few episodes ago. I've only just uploaded episode 4 today and this is 9. Yeah, I'm recording quite a few of these in advance, but I did record 4 in one sitting. The first 4, so apologies about the audio. My microphone cutting out earlier on in this season quite a lot. Me mumbling wasn't helping, but I have been full of a cold and I've been trying to shake that off as well. Yeah, I hope my audio is better now. The comment I wanted to address was about the black box around the edge of the window. I didn't actually realise, and it's down to the software that I'm using. I'm editing the videos with Movie Maker. I've tried a few other programs and they either haven't worked or I've not been able to do the speed builds, the time lapses with them properly, or various other things. Either that or they were just too complicated and I couldn't understand them. So me learning an entire new editing software, especially one of the free ones, it's not going to happen at the moment. I'm just going to have the black box. It's been there for ages and I never even realised. I don't watch my videos on YouTube, and when I watch the recordings back on my screen, it's full screen, so I don't get the black box at all. I'm just waiting for this train here. He's nearly full. So we've got 160 grand. Anyway, I have gone on a little bit. I've put a couple of blocks of flats in, 3 in front of the brick factory and a pub. There's a pub there and a football and a tennis court there, just to keep these people happy and stop them from leaving and get some people into the brick factory. Bricks are going well. I've put a train on, that's something I didn't mention. There's a train on there getting full of bricks, and it's going quite a bit more frequently than the cement one. However, it's only worth about 8 grand. I did buy in quite a lot of gravel last month. The reason being is I filled that up. I auto purchased gravel in here until that was filling up. But I worked it out, that 40 grand in gravel that I spent has probably netted me about 80 to 90 grand in cement export. I did put another couple of trucks on and I was watching the prices and I saw the prices actually dropping as I was emptying. What's concrete? Where's cement? Where's cement there? Yeah, it went down from, it was around about 63 at one point and then it dropped to 61 point something, then 59 point something. It's now down to 57 again. So I've just dropped the frequency of that slightly because there is a sweet spot at there somewhere that will keep the price the same. The less frequent I deliver, the price starts going up again, and the more frequent I deliver, the price starts dropping. So I want to try and find the balance where we can kind of earn about a reasonable amount off it without it dropping the price too much. Bricks have gone down because I've been shipping loads of them out. I did have 3 trucks going back and forward between here, and this is producing loads of them, and this wasn't getting any full. The brick train was getting full, but I have kind of hit the brick prices quite a bit. It don't matter. It's earned us 160 grand and another 120 grand here. So as soon as this lands in, I've got a nice budget to go and start playing around with. There's something I missed out of here as well. Something I'm going to try and squeeze in somewhere. Prefab panels factory. We're using quite a lot of prefabs. I need a gravel input. It requires gravel and cement. So unless I was to get rid of this cement silo, I can't hook up. I've got no connections on there. No, there's only one on it. Hang on, let's have a look at this cement plant a second. Yeah, there's only one factory connection. It's got 4 inputs. for conveyor belts, but you can't send gravel up the gravel. You can't send cement up them. Right. So that's going to have to be trucked back and forward. I might actually reduce the amount of cement going out there, because we can put prefabs on this train with the bricks. He'll carry prefab panels, yeah. I want to get a stock of them up as well, but I'm not quite sure where the prefab factory is going to go, because it needs to be within reach of workers. It's flickering quite a lot over this water. I'm sorry if the screen flickers and the texture and water disappears. I thought it'd be nice building on the waterfront, but yeah, it's kind of going a bit mad every now and again. Sometimes the water disappears completely. It looks terrible. Yeah, I need it up here somewhere, but where I don't know yet, because I need to get people to it, and unless I go and demolish a load of this, which is going to cost me a lot of money to put back in, because I'm going to have to pay for it, otherwise I'm going to sabotage all this production. Something else, I should have put a bigger gravel storage connected up to these, and then have the gravel going out to these plants. That's an idea actually. I could put the prefab factory here, and then just whiz the trucks back and forward with the cement. Move the gravel storage to here. Sorry. One of my dogs just randomly barked. I was mid-thought there. Put a large gravel storage up here, a large aggregate storage, because that will pump gravel out as well as store it in. Yeah, you've got 4 ins and 4 outs, and that'll store 950. No, that's quarried stone. Gravel, yeah, 950 tons of gravel as well. So what we could do is sort of excuse me, we need well, we can use engine transfers to split it, that's fine. I would have to come in this sort of angle, connect that up, and then that means we could have possibly more sources of gravel coming from up here. Get a few more gravel plants on the go. There's the train. Money, 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 money. How much have you got on? Oh, he's got another 15 grand as well. It's a pity I haven't set up closer to a one with the 3 connections. Next time, I'm definitely gonna do things differently. I'm definitely gonna do another series of this, and there's quite a bit I would have done differently already. This setup isn't perfect. This is coming on quite well. I'm quite happy with this. Archivec did ask me about connecting these up and putting trams on. I will do, but not right now. The reason being is because it costs a fortune in steel, and I haven't got the level of steel production to be able to provide all the steel for the train tracks. Plus I would need a train construction yard as well, and I haven't got that yet. And this needs reworking as well, so we're not at that point yet. But I am going to put in, there's going to be like a T-junction here, and the train tracks, I've left this side deliberately blank so that I can run these tracks down, and then we'll get road connections going over the tracks. These ones will come and join up, and then there'll be tracks going down. I'm thinking about having the university complex down here somewhere. I'm probably going to do food production up here, because we need to get on that pretty soon. That's something I'm spending a lot of money on as well. Have a look at this year so far. What are we in April? So we'll ignore the gravel. Iron, yeah, it's 50 grand, but you know, it'd cost me more than what I've got to get to the iron. So we're going to have to swallow that for the time being. Food, 39,000 rubles worth of food already this year, and clothes 15,000. Meat, it's quite a lot. So if we can cut that cost down, but I mean we're 250 grand up on the year. How did we do last year? We lost 117,000 last year, but I spent a lot of money on building stuff last year. This year I haven't spent anywhere near as much. I've been spending bits and pieces here and there, but right, come on, you're 10 minutes in and you haven't done anything yet. You're talking about finances all the time. We need separate storage yards for the bricks and stuff, because this is already full of bricks. In fact, the brick truck, he's sat there and he's got 7 tons of bricks on him. We are going to use quite a lot of bricks, so I want to put, because this steel's filling up slowly, and then we're going to start producing prefabs. Up that a little bit because it was in red for some reason. Yeah, we're going to start making prefab panels, and we're going to start producing boards. I don't know why I bought wood in there. It's just because it was on the list. So we need 4 separate storage areas. You do use wood for the chemical plant, I think, but yeah, no, not even anywhere near thinking about that yet. So rather than have it up this way, even though we're going to do more building up that way, I want to put it, I want to move this, start migrating this area down towards this direction. Excuse me, sorry, coughing right into the microphone. I want to start migrating this down this way a little bit. I want some more construction yards, and we will eventually build more coming down this way as we start approaching this town. But I need to build another town over this side, so we'll connect it up by road. We'll bus the workers in from here, and then we can bring the goods around that way. As we get to build it. So I need to level out quite a bit of an area. Let's not pay for it, shall we? I think I'm going to need a pretty decent size area to get. What's going on with that road there? That is flat to the road, that's okay. I saw those red bits and it was concerning me a little. Whack it on fast forward. Oh, we've got money coming in now. Gets it done quite a lot quicker. Does, however, increase your fuel spending. Right, we've got... I don't think this is enough room anywhere near yet. Let's get rid of that a second. Let's have a look at the storage. So, open storage medium. So we want 4 of these connected up to the... I'm just wondering to put a secondary road. I think I might... Yeah, actually, I'm going to put a slip road. Let's lay the road in. Oh, something I did up just before we go do that a second. I've put street lights on that road. It was something I hadn't actually realised, but at night time vehicles slow down when there's no street lights on the road. They go a bit slower. If you put roads with lights on, they go at normal speed as they do during the day. So out here we don't mind, it doesn't matter too much, but in town and around where we've got things constantly going on, it's yeah, it's made a difference to the speed of things, especially buses, where you've got your buses. Right, of course we're on a funny angle to the wireframe here. I'll go back there. So what I'm thinking is if we just pull off a little this direction, try and get it going parallel with the main road. Just a little bit wonky there, but that doesn't matter. Storage yards. Let's get medium storage. Now we've got a train connection at the back there as well, so do I want to leave any room for anything else at the moment? I've got room here to put more construction yards. Let's get these in. Right, there's one. I don't think we need to leave a gap in between them. I'm just thinking about the train connection, but it's going to be a long way off before we get any trains hooked up to these anyway. Yeah, these are not on. These are at a weird angle. Demolish, 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 please. Oh, you're going to wreck that road now. Let's get them lined up nice along the wireframe. Still on fast forward here. Let's put that back to normal speed. I want that. I don't want that weird angled connection, but it's because there's a bit of road that's not finished. Because I broke that road there. So I'm just going to pay for this road. Pay for it up to there anyway. Right, there we go. We'll get a nice straight road now. Finicky about details, I know. It's the perfectionist in me. I suppose you could say it's OCD. Oh, we ended up back on fast forward again. Go on normal speed, please. Just kind of wrecked the back end of that there. Right, let's make a bit more room. Get me a couple of these, please. That road needs to come a bit further. Get to there. We'll get that road joined back up on that side. Right, let's commit to them. Get the wireframe off. Right, so we've got 4 separate storage yards there where we're going to store brick, steel, prefabs and boards. And we'll get them brought in by truck. Let's think about forestry as well. I might put one up here, and then we'll bring the wood down. Put some. Have I paused it? Yeah, sorry. Try to think. I've got the sun shining right in my eyes as well. Train of thought, man. Concentrate. Right. So yes, forestry. I might put a forestry in here. Put a little road across so we can grab some of these workers. In fact, let's do that. Why don't we? in various industries. So let's get a wood cutting post out. Do we connect it up to the board straight away, or do we just truck it down there? Maybe connect it to a storage yard. Yeah, do that. Connect it to a small storage yard. Excuse me. Right, so if I put the wood cutting post there, let's get a small open storage, go that way around. Come on. Thought I had auto build on there. It's every time I hear the noise of the bulldozers. Right, let's go there. Bit of gravel road. Can we... Can we hook up onto the main road? We can. Excellent. Ooh. Right, let's get that set to build. Now we need footpaths. There's no foot connections to that, so if we can't get some people from up here. That one there. Let's get them built in. Right, so wood cutting post, a small storage yard, from whence we will take the wood to where we're going to take it to. Let's get that booked in. I could just put it around here somewhere. Kind of reach this at the, thinking this might have a fair bit of reach, but we're not bringing workers into this. These will definitely be able to reach this one. I'm in two minds of moving this, having it here, and then we'll at least get some workers coming down from town. We don't need this to be that productive, because it'll produce loads and loads of boards, and selling them, it's just not worth. It's not worth buying the train to sell them, because you get that little for them. I don't want to bring it all the way down here, it's too far, and I don't want to bring it into town anywhere. Just thinking. I'm going to move this petrol station, and then we can have some flats here. Have it here somewhere. Which means I could do with moving this as well while I'm at it. If I could get it in. It's got to reach some flats at the back. Maybe if I put it up here somewhere. Get around that way. Apparently, something I didn't know is your fire crew only needs a footpath connection. In order to reach. I'm not going to get a footpath on there now. No. I don't know how true this is or whether this is going to actually work or not, but we'll find out if it ever sets on fire. Yeah, apparently fire crews can get down footpaths. Right, petrol station. Let's move to petrol station. Roads. Just a bit further down here. How about you put the wood thing in first, the sawmill? Wood thing. We connect up onto there. We could do with a storage yard off the back of it, so it's not full. I want you to connect up onto that road, please. Get this road back up. Sorry, I'm not talking very much because I'm thinking. Right, what we at? Sawmill, that's what we want. Sawmill here. And let's move it back as much as we can. The grid. Pop that there. Let's just get it on pause while we redo the power cables. I'll get that bought. Only a couple of grand. Let's get the power cables back in here. So get rid of that. Get rid of this. What's that connected to? A bit of road there. That was just connected to that, was it? Right, let me just clear that off. Might as well have gravel road. And I need to delete that path. Your roads won't connect up if there's a path connected to the end of them. Get that constructed. Let's get that gravelled over. Then I can run a road across here then. Get that path reconnected. So we need that for the workers to get down. Although we're going to have some flats in here. I'll redo this road actually. Let's get the petrol station in. Gas station. Can't line up. Try this spinning round thing. I think what that thing with the spinning round is, when you spin it round, it doesn't quite spin round 360 degrees. I think it's just slightly off. Because 3 rotations gets you back to the original position. So for some reason, it's just a little bit weird that. Right, we're building this road. I want to redo it. Need a road to come across there. Can't get rid of that at the moment because the buses are using it. We've got no electric, we've got no electric. I always forget to put the electric back on. Squeeze up around the side of this one. There we go. Get that bought. Now have you got electric? There we go, we've got electric. So the bus revving up. Right. Storage yard, that's what we need. Let's just get this flattened up a bit. storage yard on the level at the back of it. Only needs to be a small one. So there will do just fine, thank you. And that connected up. That booked in. You not do that corner any nicer. Hideous. But oh, there we go, that's better. Get that booked in. Sorry about me keep coughing. I've got a terrible cold. Shall we get some brick flats? 43. These are the expensive ones as well. Not going to let me squeeze one in there, are you? No. Needs to be something smaller. We don't need that many people down here. Some of these. Let's try leveling this out a bit. Let's while we're here actually. No, cancel that. And that. Because we don't need that road coming there. It's looking hideous. Like tricky actually building around things. I could just go and pay for stuff and demolish it, but that's, you know, there's no fun in that. I'm enjoying the challenge of having to build and think and connect things up and work out what goes where, and yeah, I'm enjoying it like this. I like this. It's a lot more of a challenge, which is a lot more fun. Not like Transport Fever where you just throw trains down tracks and just wait until the money starts coming in. You know, the Transport Fever waltz of slow, quick, slow. Yeah, there's a lot more to think about. It's a lot more involved, and that's what I'm really liking about it, because you can't just slam. Well, you can just slam stuff in here, there, and everywhere, which is what a lot of other YouTubers are doing. Not everybody. There are some people that are putting some really good thought into what they're doing, but I do think some of the YouTubers are doing a bit of a disservice to the game, to be honest with you, by making things that look absolutely... I'm not going to mention any names, but there was one I saw the other day, and oh, it was just it was horrendous. I've never seen anything so bad. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was absolutely terrible, and I can't even think of a good word to say about it. There was train jams, truck jams, there was just things going all over the place, nothing was working, it was an absolute shambles. And I can understand how it gets like that. When I started playing this game for the first time, my first couple of attempts, I suddenly realised it was like, I need more room, I need to spread out, I need to redo this, and I need to go and flatten it all. Now, hello. What's your problem there, mister? try to get to somewhere but can't get to it. Is that because I've bulldozed that road there? Yep. I know I just said I don't like buying things, but I'm going to have to do that because I've just caused a bit of a jam in my system. Now he should be able to get to where he was going to. It'd be nice if they told you which project they were actually working on. Not sure what to do about that at the moment. I don't know whether he was actually... He might have been getting gravel for something that I'd already... Something that I was bulldozing. That I'd bulldozed. Can I stick a gravel road in there now? Get to there. Let's pop that in and let's see if that makes him happy. So yeah, when you don't plan things and you just kind of build willy-nilly and you've got loads of money to build and you don't really think about what's going on, it doesn't work. Sorry, I'm just plugging my phone in at the same time here. I've got my timer on and it just came up with low battery. Yeah, this very easily doesn't work. You've got to make sure things are working. And if you're just building and building and building and just throwing money and throwing money and throwing money, eventually you'll end up with a mess that doesn't work and you're losing money and people just start leaving because they can't get food and things. Once you run out of money, that's it. You're not being able to get any more food in unless you're providing every single thing to every single place on a regular basis. Food, clothes, meat, alcohol, everything that needs to go into the full industry chain. Texture's going again there. Everything that needs to go into the full industry chain, and providing it with enough frequency to keep the shops stocked. Now you can add storage warehouses to the shops and fill the warehouses up. That does work and is helpful, but if you just go off and just keep building and building and building, you're not going to be able to fix anything because there would just be that much broken and not working that it's just impossible to fix. So yeah, I'm not criticising anybody. I mean, it's play the game how you want to play the game. It's not up to me how you play it. It's up to you how you play it, and it's up to them how they play it. And you know, as long as you're having fun, that's the main thing. As long as you're enjoying it, and that's all that matters really. At the end of the day, it's a computer game. So, but I just like to put the effort in and make things work and make things look nice. And I think the reward in this game is getting it to work, getting it to function, having a big functional city that's all working, things moving around. There's not, you haven't got traffic jams everywhere, you haven't got things broken everywhere. To me, there is reward in that for doing that. I kind of look back and yeah, I've built that and it looks great. I know I can still improve on this a heck of a lot yet. I'm still learning with the game, it's not been out that long, so just waiting for these get developed now. I think I might actually yeah, I've talked and talked and talked and talked all the way through this, so these are going to take a little while, so I'm gonna go and record a speed build, stick a little bit of music on, I'll come back at the end of it. Alright, see you in a bit. Right, so we've got the storage yards in. I've got 300 grand in the bank now. We've got an extra construction office here, and I've been and bought the vehicles and assigned all the places for it to go to work. So that should speed up construction a little bit. These are not aligned very well, but this is going to get moved. This is going to get moved down here. Not right now, obviously, but a bit later. I managed to get this is messy, but I'm not bothered because this is going to get bulldozed after a while. Once it's cleared out this forest area, this is just here to serve a purpose, and that's just to fill my boards up. And we've got 430 tons in there already, so I'm going to go do a few more building projects, and then I'll move the forestry down here somewhere, and we'll do it a lot neater and a lot tidier, and then I can clear this area and get it prepared for housing. I've got a few too many petrol stations. I've got a bit mad with the petrol stations. There's one here, one there, one there, one there. There's one down here, there's one up here which I managed to squeeze in. I had to do a little bit of jiggery pokery with the land, but I managed to get it squeezed in there. So yeah, a few of them petrol stations will be getting moved as well. I'll leave them as they are for now though, because it's just means shorter journeys for anybody having to go and fuel up, especially the construction jobs. If they're on the way to a job, they can get in there easily. There's one down there. There's only one in that town. No, there's another one up there, that's right. I'll probably get another one out this way once we start connecting up around this side as well. So yes, this is, like I said, this is just temporary, and it's just that I've put three open hull trucks on it now, so they'll clear this area relatively quickly. It's only not that long before all of this will be gone, and all of this will be gone. Then in which case it'll be taking them that long to get the wood in that it just won't be very productive anymore. So I'll get it moved down here. But before I do that, I want to relocate those, make a nice sort of looking construction yard area, and eventually I want to redo all this. So I will move these out of Fishergrad. I'll probably have them down here somewhere on the edge of a big town. There's going to be a big university town over here. I'll just turn my speakers down a little bit, that music's a bit loud. Yes, there's going to be a big university town with various industries around the edge of the town. I've got to be careful how big I go with the towns, just because of my frame rate. The frame rate was a little bit bad there to start up with, but it seemed to pick back up again after a few minutes. I'm getting like 50 odd frames a second, so we're pretty good. So yeah, a bit more construction done. We've got money in the bank. We've got money going out. How much steel have we got in here? We've only got 196 tons. There's no power supply, but I don't think they need it really, do they? Seem to be working without it. Oh yeah, I need to get on with prefabs. So that's going to have to go over here temporarily. So eventually I'll Fishergrad will get redone, and the steel mill eventually will get moved. I'm not doing it yet because it's too big, too expensive. It takes too long to build. If I build it out of my own goods, but I'm thinking it's probably going to suit having it here, because you've got the iron over here and you've got the coal over here, so rerouting those conveyor belts and having them coming alongside the mountain is going to be a lot better, and that means I can get rid of all of this then, because then once I've got rid of all of this, I can expand on the sort of housing a little bit more around here, level this out a bit more and get a few more blocks of flats in at least. And the gravel, that'll get moved as well. That'll all get moved over there. So just quite a lot needs doing to these yet. That's why I haven't put any trees in or anything. I've put some statues in around the place. we've got those built. There's a Lenin over here, and a hammer and sickle there, even though it's facing backwards. You're looking at it from this way. But the footpath connection's on that side, so I've got it, it's facing the cinema. So if you're looking out of town, it's right. So yeah, once I'm sure that everything's staying where it is, like here in Ofsky, I'm not going to alter any of this. So that's why I went and put trees in and decorated it up a bit. But once I've got all this done, once this has been got rid of, and I've put the cheapest of the cheap houses in because they were quickest to build, and then eventually we'll get rid of them and replace them with some bigger blocks of flats. But there's definitely going to be needing more facilities down here. Is that a school? Got a kindergarten. I don't think there is a school down here, is there? No, I couldn't get one in. Yes, there's going to be needing a school here. We've got the shopping facilities, school and a bit more sports, and then get more flats in around here. Make it look normal. And get them all lined up with these ones as well, so they should be straightish against that road. So yeah, progress done, and we've got plenty of cash to start the next one. Don't have to build everything. It's fun doing those videos. I like watching them. I haven't watched the one from this episode yet because I need to go and edit it. I enjoy doing them, but it takes hours and hours and hours. That's why we're in 1964. It takes so long to build everything. It's but these things being held up all over the place, and the lack of construction yards is one of the problems. I need to work out what vehicles need to go in which construction yard. So I might have like 6 construction yards or something. Definitely have one dedicated to doing the roads. One maybe dedicated to just moving materials. One dedicated to having cranes and pavers and things like that. I think that'll be the way to go. Hopefully, I'm hoping that'll work anyway. We'll see when we get there. More progress needed. A lot more progress needed. We'll see how far we get. I do have a little bit of concern about the frame rate. I'm definitely not going to be expanding this all the way down here and over that way in like a 50 or 60, 70 episode series. Because the frame rate is going to become an issue, and there's so much I want to do differently. I'm relatively happy with the way it looks and everything, but it's just awkward. It's set up a little bit awkwardly. I think next time, I'll definitely start down here and spread out, and maybe just have a little bit of town up here near the coal mines, and just feed those coal mines, and just have like a little border town area, but build the bigger sort of city around here. Unless we actually go really brave and go build around this with a cathedral in the middle of it. That would be nice. It's going to be awkward getting the stuff in and out of here though. Heck of a lot of flattening to do. But we'll see how we get on. There's definitely loads more in this I can do. There's definitely going to be quite a few more episodes before I get onto playthrough 2. So I mean, it could get broken in the next update. You know, it might not. It might stop working after the next update. There's always that to consider. It's still early access, so there's still a lot needs fixing and a lot needs sorting out. So we'll see how we get on. But yeah, it's getting good. I'm not giving up on it. Don't worry. We're gonna keep expanding. We're gonna keep going until we get to the point where it's just unplayable. And then I'll go and start again and do things better. Right, hope you enjoyed this one. Give us a thumbs up there if you did, and I'll see you really soon for another one. I'll leave you with a night shot. Good night, everybody.